Hello and welcome everybody to the news roundup for Dave's save at Mangler Falls. So first headline, big news, as you can see there on your screen, we have found what must be a treasure of the gods. We have found a strange metallic mask that is made of no known metal here on this planet. And the dwarves would know about that because they know every type of ore, they know cuprite, they know every possible ore and stone. So it turns out that we have found our first, and okay, spoiler warning, if skip ahead 30 seconds if you don't want to hear this part. We have found our first angelic artifact. So just the same way as the circus is full of demons, the angels leave things. And I thought they were only discoverable in adventurer mode. I didn't know that your fortress could stumble upon one. And it's very strange. It's right at the entrance of the circus. And I'm going back into coded talk because that was about 30 seconds. So if you're back from spoilers, hey. But so we found it at the entrance, at the, down as low as we can go, basically the entrance to the circus. And there's no actual temple around it. I think in adventure mode, it's supposed to be like a temple, and then you find an artifact in there. But this was kind of just sealed in the rock, or maybe it's like an old magma flow that hardened or something. But it was basically just embedded in the rock. And okay, sorry, spoilers. Skip ahead 30 more seconds. It doesn't really matter. But and yeah, I do need to talk about this. So one of the new things, and I'll be vague about it because this was actually added for the Steam version, but just opening the doors to the circus is not the only way to get attacked anymore. I'll just say that. There appear to be other ways that baddies can pop out at you. Sorry for the pauses. I'm just trying to be thoughtful. So anyway, we have this artifact. It's a shining metal for those of you who know you're different. And you've seen these in the work orders. There's like twinkling metal, burning metal, blazing metal, freezing metal, like loud metal, like elemental stuff. Make shining metal sword or something. So what do you guys think? What is a shining metal mask good for? Should I sell it? Should I just put it in a room for my dwarves to enjoy? Should I smelt it down and try to make something else with it? Leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think. So we've now switched to view of my dwarven reactor. And as you can see, that's water from the river that is flooding a closed-off, walled-off section of the cavern there. And what we have above that is a powered screw pump. You see right there, over 9,000. It's over 9,000. I finally get to do it. But so that screw pump is always running, and as soon as water comes down that corkscrew tunnel, the screw pump starts automatically bringing it up a level, and then I have a screw pump above that, which automatically starts bringing the water up a level. So easily on my own power grid, I now have a system where the water will fall down, potential energy fall down, and then automatically no strain on my system will be pumped back up 2 levels. And then what I do is I just loop that down back around into the main cistern. And then in that loop back around, you'll see in just 1 second our water wheels right there, bop. So now the dwarven reactor is generating its own energy. It is powering screw pumps with water wheels, and of course those aren't the only 3 water wheels that make it. I'm cheating a bit with the other. What would that be? 9,000 divided by 10 by 100 would be like 90 water wheels all over my map. So the other thing is that this reactor needs troubleshooting. It doesn't work yet, mostly because my machine, while pretty good at running, this is the best machine I've ever had to run Dwarf Fortress, but this reactor design is way too big and it does cause FPS death. You'll see me save as like problem FPS death. So I turn it off, and I'll have to retool it to streamline it so it's a tighter loop of water and it's not just like a huge because right now the water, it just opens up and then it starts pouring in. You can see it in the corner of the screen there, pouring in from the river. It smashes down into this random room, and then screw pumps start basically squirting it back up 2 levels. So it's very chaotic and hard on my processor. So I need to refine this design, but it works. My dwarves basically have running running water and electricity at this point. Yeah, there you go. I'm saving as FPS death only big flaw. So definitely give me advice on that too. Let me know. I think basically I just need to streamline it or give more of my machine's priority to Dwarf Fortress, really insist that my machine get this work done. And then I thought that we could finish up this video by looking at the books and scrolls and codices that my dwarves have written. If you caught my last video and I think my last live stream. I was setting up these libraries and I was complaining that nothing was getting written. It was very, very hard to make the scholars actually write. And it turns out that I prepared them too well, because once it ignited like an explosion, and now every time I check, there's more books. So let's see what's written. At the top, I don't know how these are sorted, but first one is Victory by Rack Drinker. Interesting. It says, this is a rodent man parchment scroll. The rollers are made from microcline. Written on the item is an essay entitled Victory by Rack Drinker, authored by Daigle. Oh, actually, I've never said Dwarf's name out loud before, so this will be good practice. So it's written by Daigle Keskelbesmer. I'll get better at it, don't worry. It concerns the start as a hunter of the dwarf Daigle shoot pulleys in Rack Drinker in 87. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. So this is kind of a... it's a historical one, so okay, great. Oh, and then you can see the author. And it actually takes you out of your menu, which I don't like, because I'm going to try to read all these. So let's see, I'm going to try to pick... There was a few that people were already curious about. So maybe I'll skip ones that are quite obvious, like Elements of Anatomy, it's a bitter orange woodbound codex. The written portion elements consist of a one-page manual entitled Elements of Anatomy, authored by Vuker Athel Tangik. Man, okay, that's what I learned today. I need to practice these dwarven names. It concerns the anatomical study of creatures. The writing is stunningly self-indulgent. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. Oh, actually, so it's a good thing we did look at that one, because that one's kind of funny. Let me know if there's easier way to go back to your list of books after you've observed a book, because so far I can only get there by clicking back to objects and then going back in. Let's see. Surgery Understood. Wait, where is the one? Some of these are not even the ones that I saw yesterday, so where are they going? Are people taking them and... Oh, no, I'm sorry, they are here. Here, they're all here. So the first book that was written in my fortress was called Bandages, My Life. This is a Raimi Choir. Oh, so we haven't bound that one yet. I need to bind it. Written on the item is a manual entitled Bandages, My Life, authored by Cole Musarubble. Cole Musarubble. Only way to get better is practice. It concerns the method of bandaging wounds. The writing shows a hint of tenderness. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Can we find one where the game is not criticizing the writing? Let's find out. These are my legendary items, by the way, as well. Pretty cool, pretty good stuff. Some got stolen because I'm disorganized. Sorry about that. It's crazy. Why do I stutter more when I'm reading from something than when I'm just spitting from the top of my dome? That's weird. What was the other one that someone asked me about? Oh, someone said that they wanted to know more about what... Where is it? It was under My Life in Bandages. Or Bandages My Life. It was like called Do We Know Everything? Or Do We Understand Anything? And probably somebody can already see it and it's like, it's right there, it's right there. Oh, I hope that didn't go lost. Somebody actually asked me about that one and I told them I would read it. Let's see, the trees, the village. Oh, cool, this is actually, wait, are the trees A New Approach and the trees after the end a series? Let's find out. I'm gonna skip reading the author's names because that's probably made a lot of people turn the video off at this point. It's called A New Approach and concerns a forest retreat, which another name I'm not going to read. Overall, the prose is not awful, but it's not very good either. So all my dwarves are kind of self-indulgent because none of them are... These are like, for each of them, probably their first books. Nobody's first book is the classic, usually. But that's crazy. Why did it get retitled? Where the heck is... Somebody wrote, like, Understanding Everything, and I see every other book that I recognize. Understanding Time and Seasons. The Secret of Conversations. Let's check that out. And then I guess I'll let you guys go. If you made it this far in the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. We've actually slowed down on subscribers, and I think it's because I've been bugging people less, but it really does help the channel. The joke I make is that this is how I explain to my wife why I play Dwarf Fortress every day. She's going to make me do something more productive if this channel doesn't continue to grow. But anyway, thank you guys for your support. Thank you always for liking and subscribing. All right, this last book called The Secret of Conversations, a well-crafted Willowbound Codex. The written portion, interesting, is only a written portion, consists of a one-page manual entitled The Secret of Conversations. It concerns using personal interviews as sources. The writing gets off track from time to time. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Oh, I understand. So it's saying the written portion because there's probably illustrations that aren't mentioned. If it's a codex, I'm not sure. You guys let me know if I probably made some mistakes in describing something there. But yeah, just really please let me show you actually really quick my libraries because they are beautiful now. So simple as crush relevant plants into slurry, press that slurry in a screw press into sheets of paper, turn those sheets of paper into quires, then leave those in stockpiles. Make sure you have chests and lots of tables and chairs and bookcases. These gem windows are also to keep my scholars happy because they will get worrying thoughts and sometimes when they're thinking too hard. And so this helps to offset it and make them not like think themselves to death like some dark philosopher, you know, like Nietzsche or something, where they go insane from thinking so hard. So windows to make it nice, lots of tables and chairs to study and write at because dwarves will use it to eat for lunch and stuff. And then definitely chests. Thank you to the person who recommended that because that's how the scholars then equip themselves to write a book. And then now it's off the rails. So sorry, this is my first library. And then my second library, same thing. And that stockpile is just a random stockpile because I realized I didn't need actually a stockpile for the quires. That the scholars will take care of that. They'll put them in the chests. And there you go, actually. The books, oh cool, they're marked on the inventory. So there's one in this right here, Trees a New Approach. The Moving Sun After the End, that sounds cool. Oh, interesting, and I'm not sure if that was actually in the list of books too, so there might be, maybe if a dwarf is using a book or something, it's not listed, or something causes it not to be listed. In that entrance, I need to place traps too, because I do not want my books to get stolen before they get copied. I'm going to sell copies, I'm going to be a propagandist and spread my dwarven philosophy all over this continent, but I can't do that if the original copy gets stolen. So, okay. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Wish me luck on the Dwarven Reactor, getting it a little more realistically running on my machine. And yeah, catch you in the next one.